So lyrically, with your words, I know there's some things you repeated on purpose because it was kind of your thing. So I wanted to run through some of your catchphrases and ask you what the story was behind it. So one, my nigga, my nerve. What's that?
That's a way, man. We really had an OG out here, and we all just talk, in regular terms out here, my nigga. You know what I mean? Just talking, but we used to have OG. We used to call nigga, and that's all he used to do with this nigga, my nigga. Boo, 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 boo. You know what I mean? That kind of shit out our neighborhood. So you pick up shit from these old men, drunk winos, dope fiends, and all that, just for us collectivizing our life game. You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking family out into that. So I grew around a lot of them kind of old hustle players and chess players, dice shooters. So any aspect of it, yeah, I picked up some of their terminology. You know what I mean? So, shouts out to him, OG. And, just something we said, my nigga, my nerve. You know what I mean? Yeah, you my dog, my nerve. I feel you, you feel me. So that's the whole definition behind that. If I say that to you, that mean that's my nerve. You fuck with him, you gotta fuck with me. Cause I'ma feel a certain way about it. Just off the life, love, street brotherhood, and loyalty, man. That's how we grew and raised around these parts, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's hella deep. All right, so then full of that weed. That kind of became like the ending line on a lot of your verses, full of that weed.
Yeah. That was a trademark. I remember meeting Snoop, and Snoop said, I love the way you say that. And it's just common talk for us around here. But everybody knew, streetwise and otherwise, 9 times out of 10, I was always the weed man, and I always stayed high. The old ladies in the neighborhood said, that go that boy that's always high. I got naturally sleeping looking eyes, so rather I'm high, not I look high. So you know what I mean? So that just, it became the weed man terminology for me. You see what I'm saying? And I just learned how to coerce it as far as putting it in a rhyme structure. And, took a chance with it, and, everybody ran with it,
So that was on purpose. That was supposed to be like the trademark phrase right there.
Yeah.
All right, I read that jelly jam and preserve is something you got from your grandmother.
Yeah, man. Out here in West California, a few other places, naturally, fruits and vegetables grow in the garden or grow in the yard, depending on where your house was. So we had peppers in the yard. One house, and I lived with my mother and father, young, we had a tangerine tree in the yard, you know what I mean, a Chinese plum tree. My grandmother had a fig tree and a pear tree. And in the form of that level of fruit, old school wise, she kept them old mason jars. So she'll make her own syrups and, jams and jellies and different things like that. Now, I wasn't a favorite of the fig, you know what I mean? But I knew what it means to jelly, jam, and preserve something in a mason jar, you know what I mean? And make you a jelly. So I got that, fresh out the kitchen with my grandma, or rest in peace. Matter of fact, yesterday was my son's birthday. My oldest son turned 31. Taj Ramon, son of the Don. Y'all look him up and subscribe to his page. Do the hip hop and R&B, part of Trapdoor Entertainment, my first artist. But the day before, December 8th, is the death of my grandmother when I was 18 years old. And that's the lady that had me in Sweet Home Baptist Church, man, singing in the choir as a kid. So a whole lot of, my evolution, it come from a lot of places. It wasn't one thing. It's the home of the gumbo pot. That's just how I kind of grew. I got a little bit here, a little bit there. But her being the mother of my mother, goddess and queen of the earth, man. Rest in peace, Ora Johnson, man. So yeah, true life.
Ooh. All right, the very last one, of course, your most famous one. Hot nigga say what?
Nigga what? That's a quick term to when shit go wrong on the street block. You know what I mean? Huh? Motherfucker say that, huh? Motherfucker, I heard what you said. And you think I'm stupid, but it's huh? And the nigga what is the second indication, and it ain't gonna be a third time if you get past them two, man. So the first time is warning, like, hey, don't try that shit with me. And how nigga what? You ain't hear me the first time. And 3 strikes, 3 strike rule, 3 strikes out. But that's a common terminology around these parts, and I'm sure a whole lot of parts. You know what I mean? So yeah, that part.
So that was similar to Full of That Weed. That was another one that you were intentionally trademarking as your calling card.
And C-Loc had a nice local regional I say hit song that was called How What? So that's how we talk. Huh, bro, you know what I mean? When all that was evolving between here in New Orleans and around the world. You know, everybody talk the same, but yet different. So that's how we talk. Huh, bro, I agree with what you saying. Huh, nigga, what? What the fuck? What you mean? You know what I mean? You got to tell me that shit again. So that was one of them things, but he had a nice record. And what I tried to do when I'm morphing as a writer, just like a DJ, I'm gonna pull bits and pieces from here and there. If I like your record and got respect for you as an artist and an MC, I might use a line or I might use a piece of the beat or something because it inspired me, and that's what it's supposed to do. So that record, How What, is one of my favorite records from CeeLo, and I just took to flip what he did to keep us going. You know what I mean? I'm gonna continue off from his How What to How Nigga What. You know, I'm a sucking the emotion. So that was the thing, you know what I mean, pretty much.
Got you. Yo, I'm thankful to get the straight up facts on all of those, because I was like, okay, this got to be on purpose.